from Tech from Troops. How you doing, man? It has been a minute or so.
It has been, Mike. Good to be back here.
All right, so Mark is here. He's been with us all along the way, doing some really great things at Tech for Troops. Tell people about the organization, what you guys do.
So we support in-need veterans, under-resourced vets, active duty, transitioning, active duty, and their kids. And we support them with computers and training and technology so they can get on their feet, get jobs, and attend school, and so many other things with
The kids, is that a new part?
It's always been part. We just haven't really pushed it out there, but we're starting to do more of that.
Okay. So, because a lot of times, and we talked about this before we were on there, and anyone who's been in the military knows, you go, that's the world that you know, and then it's over, and here's the world, and you look up at the world and say, I told somebody, when I met a person who made $25,000, I said to them, what do you do with all that money? Because military people, in the military, the money isn't an aspect that you understand or deal with. The spouse understands that side of it, that we need more
That's an understatement.
than this thing right here.
We're tired of ramen. We're tired of ramen.
Exactly.
Or
And
TRICARE or whatever the hell.
And the kids are getting bigger and bigger, and,
Yes.
and that's the thing. All right. So you guys are always doing some really great things. So Michelle comes here prepared. She got the talking points. What is it that we are here to talk about today?
I am here with Mark Casper representing Tech for Troops and the amazing mission for Tech for Troops today, and just wanting to have the biggest impact
Absolutely.
on the mission.
So, what honestly, Mike, this year is our 10th year anniversary.
Really?
10 years.
Yes.
I've been doing this for 8, but 10 years, and we've grown so much, and we're doing so much more than we were when we first started.
And I always talk about, this is a show about people making dreams come true and making magic happen. And you see veterans when they come in, a lot of times I tell people who go to the VA is not a regular hospital medical facility. This is an experience, because you have everyone who are 22-year-olds and 90-year-olds, but they all have that thing in common. You see men, you see women, you see people who have gone and served
we
the
sort
country.
of have something in common. If you were Air Force, you might not have stepped on the yellow footprints, and when you were Navy, you probably were on a different color, but the Marine Corps has yellow footprints. So the Marine, never mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, I try. He comes in here every time and he's talking. The one thing we will give you guys in the Marine Corps, you guys do have some great uniforms.
We do. We have the best.
You guys got some
That's,
uniforms.
that, and we do a lot more with less than what everybody else gets.
I don't know.
That
The
is-
new Army uniform's really nice.
The new Army, yeah, but
Not
I've
just
never met
blues.
anybody who joined the Army for the uniform.
It's really nice.
My neighbor joined. I'm like, why'd you join the Corps? He goes, man, I saw the uniform and I loved it. Okay,
guess, all
and he
right.
wasn't the only one. And that is the thing that we talk about. It is the discipline of any of the organizations. The Corps just takes it to another level. Yeah, another level. So that does make you guys different. God bless you. Yes, it does. But now, Tech for Troops, that's an idea. And I've seen the evolution of it. You see people when they come in at some of the toughest times, don't know how they're going to make it, don't really understand the technology, and then all of a sudden you pair them together, and all of a sudden you see the magic.
Yeah, one of the coolest events I've been with, or just instances, was I was in a training class teaching vets how to use computers. It was a Saturday morning, about 9:15. My outside door slammed shut, which it does, it slams. So I knew somebody was walking in the door, and I'm like, what are you doing coming in late? So I met him at the hallway, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm here to give back. And he had a Tech for Troops computer with him. I'm like, stop your story, come tell everybody else. And I tear up with this because it was a Vietnam combat medic. He stood in front of everybody. He had this computer. He's like, changed my life. I got a job. I don't need this anymore. I'm giving it back to the next guy. And I'm crying because his story was so powerful and what happened just because of that device.
Yes.
So you've grown some. You growed up. Because before you were in the first part, when I first went in the first part of the building.
Yeah,
And
we're
now
at almost 8,000 square feet. We had started out with 750.
and you outgrew it.
Oh,
With
yeah.
the support. Okay, so I know you have a massive staff over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of 13.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
that's
gonna
a
say
massive-
massive's a little much.
That's a massive staff. Let's talk about the part that volunteers and supporters play to really help out.
Oh, key. So we have corporations coming in, individuals. We have all the bigs here in town, right? So the Capital
Everybody.
Ones, the Altrias, et cetera, all of them come in. We have more coming in. We have older veterans who are retired and looking for something to do. We have relationships with a couple special needs organizations, and they bring kids in or young adults in, and they learn how to tear apart. They're screwdrivers, right? So they tear apart computers, but they're getting that fine motor skills and thinking what's next type of thing. But they might not get at home or just sitting watching TV or whatever it is that, you know.
So you have. Let's talk about the big events. Every organization needs to have events to raise money. What are things that Tech for Troops needs right now?
So our next event is actually tonight. It's an open house from 3 to 6 or 1500, 1800. And it's just going to be, you know, light refreshments and talking about Tech for Troops, taking a quick tour of what we do, shred some hard drives if you want to, that type of thing. But then the next event after that is a closed event. We're having veteran art. So we used to have an art program for vets, create art out of computer parts. That's a closed event because we're bringing folks in from the VA, special needs, wheelchair bound and such. And they're going to be able to create art out of computer parts. But our big event is going to be July 20th. It's we're calling it a luau. I'm not a luau guy, but other people are, so we're going to go for what?
Do you believe
What?
Mark isn't a
What?
luau? He looks like every luau guy I'd ever met. Exactly.
Right? Luau
I don't know.
especially going
Well,
on
I did
there.
want to mention we need the sponsors for those events.
Oh yeah,
So
Come on,
I'm going to
thank you.
throw
All
those
right, so
out
there's
there.
the fundraising piece.
So,
Go, Michelle.
so I
Go.
did want to thank Sheets and Prince George, right by Fort Greg Adams, for donating an amazing food spread for
Yeah.
tonight. They went above and beyond again to just jump in to help our veterans, our community supporters, any military members that may show up as well. That is amazing. And we still need support. I know there's a few of you out there, you already jumped on the boat a little bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But we need more support. Those events cannot happen on their own.
Correct.
Sorry.
There you go.
No, she's
Really
right.
quick, how can people